Coming up, we have one of those fabulous bodybuilders, our leader entering round 3, Vince Taylor, whose final placement here last year was disappointing to himself and the fans as well.
Third place goes to Vince Taylor.
I kind of felt that I was in the running with the adrenaline flowing. You want to do well, you want to be there, but it just wasn't there. But that was last year. This is a new year. I'm ready. The crowd's ready. Wait till you see this routine tonight. Oh man, let me stop. We're ready.
Big hand for our next contestant, Vince Taylor.
Come and turn it loud. Make sure the music's loud.
Alright guys, Mikey here from Mikey's Iron Rage. And guys, I got a fucking banger of a video for you today. And we're gonna do it on Vince the Prince Taylor at the 1992 Arnold Classic, which he placed first and looked really good doing it. I mean, he looked really good doing it. What a fantastic posing routine as well. I mean, this guy is just one of the best posers I've ever seen. Him and Melvin Anthony, them two come to mind when I think about great posers. Especially back in the day, they were a lot of great posers. But Vince Taylor, he just nailed it every single time he got up on stage. And if you've seen in the beginning of the video, he told the guy to pump up the music so, you know, he could put on that crazy posing routine, because when you pump up the music, it gets the crowd into it a little bit more and whatnot. And it gets, you know, the bodybuilder into it a little bit more. So Vince the Prince Taylor is definitely one of the best posers I've ever seen. I mean, Labrada, he was another good one. Flex Wheeler, too. Flex Wheeler was a really good bodybuilder. I mean, a really good poser as well. A lot of people don't give him credit for his posing routines, but he really did pose very, very well, Flex Wheeler. So there were a lot of guys back in the day and even nowadays, but the art of posing is just not there anymore. It really isn't. Guys just really don't know how to pose nowadays. They really don't. And they should take points away from guys who don't know how to fucking pose. I mean, they hit the poses for like a split second. It's like they hit a front double bicep and they're finished in a split second. You can't even really see the physique. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger always says, when you hit the poses, hold the pose for like 3 seconds at least. And you should practice that repetitively every fucking day for like a month leading up to the Olympia or the Arnold Classic or whatever it is. And guys, did you ever notice that all these bodybuilders always look really, really good at the Arnold Classic than they do at the Mr. Olympia? I've noticed that. Maybe it's because they want to look good in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatnot. But like I said, I don't know why guys look so much better at the Arnold. And they look so much better at those Grand Prix. And the Grand Prix are usually a couple of weeks to a month after the Mr. Olympia. So even if guys came in a little bit off at the Mr. Olympia contest, they would have another month or so to prepare for the Grand Prix and get themselves together. So that's why, I don't know, guys just look better at the Grand Prix and at the fucking Arnold Classic contests than they do at the Mr. Olympias. I mean, I've seen guys come into the Arnold Classic and nail it and even win the contest. And then they, you know, compete at the Mr. Olympia just like Vince Taylor. Vince Taylor, he placed first here, but at the 1992 Mr. Olympia, he placed sixth. Now, at the 92 Olympia, no one was beating Dorian Yates or Kevin Levrone for 1 and 2. So you could really say Vince Taylor placed fourth at the 1992 Mr. Olympia. And he was pretty young here as well, because his career, like I said before, started in 1991. I'm sorry, I think I said it started in 1990, but it started in 1991. And, actually, I'm sorry, guys. It started in 1989. So he's been competing that fucking long, from 1989 to 2007. What a fucking workhorse. Because in 1988, he did the MPC Nationals and he ended up taking first in 1988. He was the overall winner. And then he got his pro card. 1989, he did his first Mr. Olympia and placed third. Then 1989, he did the Night of Champions and won that contest. So there were a lot of contests that he won, and then there were a lot of contests where he came in 6th, 7th, 8th. So I would call him a medium scale bodybuilder, if that's what you want to call it. You know what I mean? He's not on the higher end like a Flex Wheeler or a Kevin Levrone, but he's a more of a medium bodybuilder. And I tell you, here though, in 1992, he looked the best. I mean, I really do think 1992 was the pinnacle for Vince Taylor. And then look, he's got a nice set of legs. They're nice and deeply cut. I mean, he's just got it all. His calves look great as well, because black guys, and I don't mean to be prejudiced, have horrible calves. They do. They really do. Yeah, there are a few guys that have good calves that are black, but other than that, black people have horrible calves. White people are known to have a lot better, a better set of calves than black people. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this awesome video on Vince the Prince Taylor at the 1992 Arnold Classic. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, just tickle that Kevin Levrone icon button. Mikey's Iron Rage. Peace out, guys.